Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you 3 DIY games for baby shower. From the gamepad you can see there, she was having a little girl, so the colors were pink, green, and she loves animal prints, so you'll see zebra print in all the games. So the first part that you're seeing is the little gamepad that I made. At Michael's, you could get game pads here, just little notepads, and I just tore pages off to make a personal one for each person at the party. The P is on there because the little girl's name is going to be Parker. So you can see the first game that we did was baby girl names. So the first person to fill out names A to Z won a prize. And then if I take the little pin off here, I can show you the rest of them. Now what I did was I gave everyone a plate and I gave everyone a pencil for the game, and it just made it easier for everyone to write on having the plate on their lap. So I can actually show you one of them all filled out. So this is one of the participants and their baby names. And then game number 2 is called Guess That Baby Food. So I'll move over to that one. And you can see here, so I had 5 different jars of baby food. And all you have to do is take the labels off, and then using craft paper, just put a little label around. And then using craft punches, I punched out a background and a little balloon. So that's the balloon punch there. And then this is the big one for the center. And all I used was just craft paper and glue tape. So basically just give all of your guests popsicle sticks, and you just pass the jars around and they get to try it, and then they make their guesses. And you can see on here I made myself a little cheat sheet here so that I knew what all of the baby foods were. And what I did is I scored each one out of 2. So if they got butternut squash, they got 2 points. If they did squash, it was 1 point. And again, for like the double ones, 1 point for carrots, but 2 points for carrots and peas. And you can just do your scoring however you'd like. That's just how I did mine. And then the third game. Now this one's called Guess What's in the Bag. So we put baby items in these little burlap sacks and passed them around to the shower guests, and they had to guess what was in the bag. Now the burlap sacks are a little see-through, so what we did is we made these little zebra sacks for the items and then put them inside so that no one could see what they were. And then they would just feel through the little bag and then try and see if they could guess what the items were. And the items that we used, again on my little cheat sheet here, you can see what was inside all of the bags, and some of them were harder than others. And you can see here is someone's guesses, and then they scored their own, and then whoever had the most items won. And those are my 3 baby games that you can do yourself very easily. And again, the same punches were used for the bags as I used for the baby food jars. But the way that you get the inside and outside ones is there's 2 different settings on the punch. So this big punch on the top here has an outside and an inside setting. So if you do the outside setting in the punch, you can see it makes just the round circle. And if you do the inside setting on the punch, you'll see that it makes the inside circle for you. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed these games.